Oh, when the blues go marching in. Oh, when the blues go marching in. Oh, I want to be in that number when the blues go marching in.
Aloha, blues fans, and welcome to the Hawaii Blues Fan Show. I'm Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan.
I'm Kat.
And this is the program that is by fans,
For the fans.
and most definitely about you, the fans. Why? Because we're bleeding blue with you. Well, I want to welcome Kat Moore, Hall of Famer 001, as my co-host today. Kat, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
We got a lot to talk about today, Kat. We got some very interesting and good news
we did.
from the NHL. Bettman was nice to us for a change. Then on New Year's Eve, the Rangers came into town and escaped with the win. Tough loss for the boys. And who's coming in on Thursday?
The Stanley Cup champions.
The Washington Capitals and TJ Oshie making his third return. Got the little girl, that's the Oshie fan. Now she wears Cap stuff. That's pretty neat what Oshie does with her. She cried so bad when he got traded. I remember that. And then I want to do something just a tad different for About the Fan. Before we get started, I got a couple promotions we need to talk about. The first one that is still ongoing is the St. Louis Blues Lounge. They're at about 19,800. They're trying to get to 20,000. Johnny says once they hit that number, he's got some giveaways. So if you got friends that aren't lounge members, please invite them. Be nice to get to that 20,000 mark and get some free stuff away. Then I have to say first, thank you to Buckingham Pest Control. They sponsored the show for a couple of weeks, and we gave away 2 tickets. Our winners was Katie Hobbs. Congratulations, Katie. Here she is with her son at the game. I was able to go with her. Great game, great time. I was glad that she was able to win, and I know that she is a supporter of the show and a fan of the show. Katie, thank you for watching, and congratulations on winning.
Congratulations.
So, it's time we move on and talk about the New York Rangers. Well, Kat, the Rangers came to town. Seemed like a team that the Blues should beat. I thought they were going to beat them. I was there.
Yeah.
Right behind the net, Blues net. It seemed like they came out ready to play, and they played decently. But, Allen was sharp.
Yes.
Allen was sharp.
Yes, he was.
They did give up. They did score the first goal, right?
Yeah.
But I take that back. The Rangers scored the first goal.
Yes.
Right? And then O'Reilly. Right? I don't know if I'm going to do the O'Reilly thing today. Not in a lot. O'Reilly tied it up, and then the Rangers got a power play goal in the second, and that was the end of the scoring. Gary Detzel, one of my loyal watchers and listeners, sent me a question. He said, what do I think about the lack of production of the SST line? I'm assuming he's talking about Steen, Shen, and Parashinko. I want to throw that question to you first.
Oh, goodness. I don't know where to begin.
Well, I noticed something, and I've said it a lot of times. I don't know what's wrong with this team. And I kept saying, what's wrong with this team? On paper, they're so good. What's going on? What's wrong with this team? And then it dawned on me. It dawned on me what's wrong with this team. And it's the fact that they're not.
No.
Right? I remember the Brett Hull days. I remember even a couple of years ago when we had Oshie and Backus and some of those guys, the communication that was happening. You're in the arena, and you don't hear anything. There's no talk. There's no banter. There's no sense of playing for each other. And I keep saying they don't have heart. They don't have heart. I don't think it's the heart. We've heard for a couple of years now that there is a issue in the locker room.
Yeah.
I didn't want to believe it. I know you didn't either. You and me have talked about it.
Oh, yeah.
In extensive. But I'm starting to believe it.
Yeah.
Right? So, Pietrangelo was injured. He comes back, and as soon as he comes back, there's this discombobulation of the lines. Tangelo and Bomeister are not a top pair, right? Now, I do think Pareko and Edmondson are a top pair, if not a top pair, very, very close to having that communication of a top pair.
They're a better pair than
Tangelo and Bomeister. I know Bomeister at one time was a all-star caliber defenseman.
I love Bo. Don't get me wrong, but he's just not
playing. There's too many. I think his age is catching up to him, and I understand that. We have a couple of youngsters down in the minors, and I've been thinking this for a while. Why aren't they bringing Colson? Right?
Yeah.
He's in the juniors, and he's doing so good for Team Russia. He's the captain of Team Russia.
Yeah.
Bring him, let him start getting some real play.
Yeah.
I think it's time. You traded fan favorite Ryan Reeves to Pittsburgh to get that pick and pick the number one European skater in Ken Colson. And he hasn't shown injury. He's getting out there. He's playing. I think it's time to bring him up.
I think so.
Right?
I agree.
This discombobulation of what's going on, it's time to shake things up. Now, another thing that's been brought up in all the groups is trade person A, trade player B, trade player C, trade player D. I've got a different perspective on this, and one of the perspectives I have, and I know you're against trades, is that correct?
I don't think they should trade right now. We've got great players. They're just not playing together.
They're not playing together, but also I think because they're not playing together, their value is dropping significantly.
That is true.
You're not going to get that. Tarasenko 2 years ago was a first-round draft pick, a second-round draft pick, and a top 3 forward or a top pair defenseman. He was a starting line player. You know what? So I just don't think that you're going to get a first-round draft pick for Tarasenko. So with that being said, all the negativity around the Blues this week, we got some positive information on New Year's Day, did we not?
Yes, we did.
So in 1970, the All-Star Game was at the arena. And in 1988, just shortly after the death of Barclay Plager, the All-Star Game was in St. Louis. Right? I think that's when, not Mario Lemieux. I just lost the guy that was the other Penguin. I'll think of it later. But 88 game, and now the 2020 NHL All-Star Game will be here January 24th through the 26th. Right?
Excellent.
I'm really excited. I'm happy about it. The NHL also announced that the Winter Classic was going to be in Dallas at the Cotton Bowl. That's good news, but there's also a lot of speculation as who the opponent would be, and I've heard a lot of people think that it could be the Blues. I'm a little iffy on that because I think that with them having the All-Star Game, you wouldn't want to give them two things, but they are kind of Dallas's rival right now, and it would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Right? And the Blues have only been in one, so them getting in another one could be a good thing.
That'd be awesome.
Right? Speculation. But I am glad that the 2020 All-Star Game is going to be here. One negative that I've heard, and I don't want to upset any season ticket holders, but I've heard season ticket holders are like, how do we know we're going to get first dibs and all this? You know, I understand that. I get that.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, I just want season ticket holders to remember, there's guys like me that live 4,000 miles away that would give their left testicle to even have a chance to see that game, right? And I'm sure there's other people that would give other body parts just to have that chance. So if you do get a chance to go, enjoy it. Enjoy it immensely,
Absolutely.
right? I know I'm not going to get to see it. Please enjoy it immensely. Well, with that being said, we've got the Capitals coming to town. Stanley Cup champions.
Yeah.
I got to see them last season, one of the last home games we played, and they tore us up.
Yeah.
And we were a decent team then. I'm just so scared of this game. It's not even fun.
I think we might do okay.
You think we might do okay?
It's something about when we play those top teams. I don't know.
They elevate their level of play.
All of a sudden, they just play like they're supposed to be playing.
Like gangbusters. Yeah. I'm with you on that. me and the roving reporter argue a lot about who's going to win. So I'm going to let you make the first prediction today, and then I'll make my prediction.
I think it's going to go into overtime.
Overtime? And
I want the Blues to win. I think the Blues are going to
got a score
pull
for
this
me?
out. Oh, goodness. 2-1.
2-1. Ooh, close
Blues.
game. Really close
Yeah.
game. Well, Allen has played well.
Yes.
I do admit that. Allen has played well. He is being that guy. The defense is starting to open up a little bit and let him see shots better, so he's not taking so many deflections. That's good. Unless this team does that, decides to become a team, they don't stand a chance.
No.
Right? If they take the penalties and Ovechkin gets in that little corner of his.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Ovechkin has said that he's not playing in the All-Star game, which I don't know why. I mean, it could be a couple of different things there. But if he's got a little bit of an injury, this is your time to take advantage of it.
Absolutely.
But I don't see it. I'm going Washington Capitals winning 4-3 in regulation.
Still a close game, though.
Right? Still a close game. Could be exciting.
I'll take it.
And, well, this is a promotion game. And I've been dying. I get to go see this for the first time. The Star Wars game.
Oh, yeah.
I've been dying to see a Star Wars game. Can't wait to see it. I've heard so much about it. I look for it. Big Star Wars fan here myself. I still remember the first theater that I ever seen the original Star Wars in. It was right there in St. Charles. When you go across the bridge, Town Square Road, St. Charles, there's that movie theater right there, 2-screen theater. That's the first place I seen it. I seen it 2 months after it came out, and there was still a line all the way through the parking lot. Yeah, that's how amazing that movie was back then. Well, Kat, I want to thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
It's been a pleasure to have her on the show. If you guys like seeing Kat, I'd like you to, in the comments for this, put the hashtag #WeLoveCat.
Oh,
right?
yes.
And if we get enough of those hashtags, maybe me and Kat will figure out a way to come on more often. We've been talking about it. And I want you to start sending me your questions. So if you want me to answer your questions or talk about what you're wanting, put the hashtag #MyQuestion and your question behind it, and I'll start answering your questions on the show. Right? Again, Kat, thank you so much.
Thank
It is
you.
a pleasure and an honor to have you on the Hawaii Blues Fan Show.
Aloha.
Aloha.
And mahalo.
Now, I'm going to talk about the fan a little bit. Normally, this is the time that I highlight fan of the game, the tattoo, and the pet of the game. Well, being in St. Louis has made it a little bit harder for me to get everything arranged and do what I want. So what I thought I'd do is, for the fan of the game, I want to talk about myself a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to be narcissistic. Well, I'd like people to understand that the energy that I put into this and why I really do this. I know I've talked about it before, but it maybe not to where people understand it. Each one of these episodes takes anywhere from 4 to 6 hours to do a 15 to 20 minute episode. And I work 2 jobs. I deliver food for a couple different companies. I work about 60 to 70 hours a week. And when these games are close behind, it's kind of hard. And I'm sometimes up till 4 in the morning filming and editing. The reason I say this isn't for a sob story, but I really want you to understand the love that I have for this team and the love that I have for the fans of this team. That's why I push it so much. That I really want you, the fan, to get involved. This is my niche, is you guys. Your involvement in my show. And with that being said, this is a venue that I want to show. Tom has created this mecca here in Maryland Heights. On Friday, they have sports memorabilia bingo, and they've got some wonderful prizes that you could win. Tom, that starts at 6, right, or 7? Your bingo?
7.
At 7 on Friday, right? Sorry, I'm yelling at him from across the room. But at 7 on Friday, sports memorabilia bingo. He's got a great coverall prize. I can't remember what it is. What's your coverall prize, Tom?
Tarasenko signed military puck.
A Tarasenko signed military puck.
Or the Scout Trade Center seats.
The what?
A pair pair of Scottrade Enterprise Center.
Oh, that's right. He's also got the Scottrade seats, pair of seats. I'm going to show all those prizes that you can win here a little bit later. And I'm going to kind of run my camera around and show you guys this place. I mean, it is absolutely amazing. I hope you come out. I hope you get to spend more time here. Support Tom in this venue that's designed for the blues fan. Right? It really is. And I'm asking you to show me a little love and to watch my show a little longer. And if you really want me to continue doing this, in the notes, in the comment section on YouTube, put my hashtag, Bleeding Blue with you, so I know that this is something you appreciate. Because that's kind of something I haven't been feeling. And I apologize that I haven't. I've been told don't apologize, but that's just my character fault. So I want everyone to know that I am a true blue fan. Win, lose, or draw, I'm going to follow and support our Blues. And now I'm going to spend a little bit of time and show you the Blue Note. So here you can see some of the prizes that Tom has for the Sports Memorabilia Bingo. Currently lighting his pour. There's some sticks, many bobbleheads. He has jerseys and shirts. Just tons of memorabilia. Lots of signed pucks, the mystery pucks. Just a really great selection. There's a Tarasenko military puck that is for a grand prize. And then there's also these two seats that you can barely see because I don't know how to use a camera correctly. Someday I'll learn it. The Blue Note in Maryland Heights is a wonderful place to see a game. Tom has a ton of memorabilia set out. And I'm just going to scan some of the walls, the retired numbers he had done for him, some of the pictures, the framings. It's just great. He's got TVs all over the place. You're not going to miss any of the action. Lighting can be better, or is better at certain time when he has lots of games there. It's the memorabilia. You could spend an hour and not find everything. It's just a great place to see a venue. Thanks, Tom. Well, this has been a fantastic time in St. Louis. I'm hoping to do one more show. I may have to miss a couple of games due to my travel schedule. I'll work on that, doing the best I can. Again, just know that I love being a Blues fan. And I've got Ari here, and you know what Ari says. That's right, Ari. Let's go Blues. Because the Hawaii Blues fan is bleeding blue with you. And Kat is going to sing us away.
Oh, when the Blues go marching in. Oh, when the Blues go marching in. Oh, I want to be in that number when the Blues go marching in. Oh, when the Blues go marching in. Oh, when the Blues go marching in. I want to be in that number when the Blues go marching in.